So according to the problem 3, we need to firstly find the probability that data 0 is received. So from the figure we can see that if we need to find the probability data 0 is received, the data 0 received can consist of two parts. The first one is that when 0 is transmitted, the receiver receives 0, and the second one is that when 1 is transmitted, the receiver receives 0. So we need to do some calculations to add these two parts, and finally we can get the probability that data 0 is received. So firstly, I suppose T0 is when 0 is transmitted, T1 is 1 is transmitted, and R0 is 0 is received, and R1 is 1 is received. And then we do the calculation to find the probability that data 0 is received. So as mentioned above, the probability of R0 can consist of two parts. The first one is that when 0 is transmitted, when 0 is transmitted, and then the 0 is received. And the second part is that 1 is transmitted, and then 0 is received. So according to this formula, we can put our data into this formula and then calculate the probability that data 0 is received. So firstly, we need to find the probability that 0 is transmitted and 1 is transmitted. So from this figure, we can see that when 0 is transmitted, the probability of that event is 0.6, and when 1 is transmitted, the probability is 0.4. So at this part, there will be 0.6 and 0.4. Then we need to find when 0 is transmitted, the 0 is received, and when the 1 is transmitted, the 0 is received. So from this figure, we can find that when 0 is transmitted, the receiver receives 0 with probability 0.7, and when 1 is transmitted, the receiver receives 0 with probability 0.2, and then we also put this data into the formula, and then we calculated them, and finally calculate the probability that 0 is received is 0.5. So that's the answer for the question 1. So for the second question, we need to find the probability of error, which means we need to find the probability that 1 is received when 0 is transmitted, or 0 is received when 1 was transmitted. So similarly, there will be two parts. The first one is that when 0 is transmitted, and then we need to find the probability that 0 is received at this time. And also we need to find when 1 is transmitted and 0 is received. So we need to do the same part as we need to do the same parts as before. So we need to put the data into the formula and find that the probability of the error is finally 0.26. So